Hey everyone, welcome to the Depot. My name is Brad and today I am back with another build video, but I am not continuing my channel header thing because I thought I would just like try something in Windenburg this time again because it's my favorite city, I think, out of all of them. I know Willow Creek's like the one that started it all technically, but like, I don't know, Windenburg's prettier. Oops. So yeah, my basic idea behind this house, just before I show you anything, was that it was like a house that someone had bought and they've like literally brought it or completely changed it, I should say, like to more of a modern slash, I want to say, I suppose contemporary is more appropriate because it's not like super like modern and super clean and like, you know, there's not like, it's more of a contemporary, there's a lot of warm colors in here and yeah. So it is going to be 3 bedrooms and they are all to the first floor this time as opposed to my last video where they were downstairs. There will also be an ensuite to the master, a main bathroom and a downstairs toilet, which is a full fitted, like, you know, there's a shower in there, so it's not just like a downstairs toilet or anything. And yeah, there's like a little terrace area outside. There's nothing too fancy. There's no pool or a hot tub because I didn't want to amp the price up too much because I wanted this to be kind of like a normal house, but it is quite nice, I'll be honest. But yeah, I do just want to say as well that how am I going to put this? I recorded this when I had like, I was functioning on what, like 36 hours of sleep because my sleep schedule is so like out of whack, it's not even funny. So I did actually forget, I can't believe this, to change the roof tiles on literally all the roofs to the black slate. I forgot the rug in the study. I forgot basically in this little front porch by here, I forgot to do the stone slab flooring. So yeah, but that was all corrected on the preview footage and the video tour at the end. It's just for the build video here, but everything else is fine. My bad. I will totally admit to that. Sorry. But yeah. And also, there is a little bit of a surprise for you in this video because I meant not really a surprise or anything because I'm like so behind on it. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's got it now. But I did buy the, what's it called? The Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack because I was, like I said, in literally the last like 5 of my build videos that I was running out of basically kitchens. Well, a modern kitchen because there's loads of kitchens, but for modern builds anyway, I was running out of something that was clean and like looked modern. So yeah, I bought that and I put myself off it for such a long time because people did say, you know, that it wasn't too good or anything and there was only one kitchen, but I've got to be honest, I actually loved it, and that mainly is because I was probably starved of a modern kitchen and it came with one, so that's probably why. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a heads up. And just FYI, that door that comes from the hallway into the kitchen, which is you'll see, that gets taken away and I do it like open plan because if you'll remember in my last video I banged on so hard about how, you know, I don't like to build houses that have inner hallways or anything. Like, you know, I don't like rooms to be accessed off other rooms. I want them to be off a hallway. But this didn't work in this house because the hallway was in the center. But by removing that door and making it open plan from the kitchen into the, you know, the hallway, I kind of think I maybe fixed it. I don't know. That literally goes against everything I've said, but whatever. And if you're wondering why that's cut out, it's because I do like a fitted fridge thing and it kind of cuts out a bit. But in the corner, I don't know, it's not making much sense when I say it, but you'll see literally in about 30 seconds, maybe, possibly. And yeah, this is the kitchen. So I decided to do it in like with a green, a white, and a brown. I know those don't sound like they go, but it worked out pretty well. There's also a black in this room a little bit, but they're only like accents of black, so it's not like a main color or anything. But yeah, so I know I got a new pack, and they come with, what's it called? New like fridge and cooker. So I didn't use them. Sorry, but that was just purely because I didn't want to spoil this kitchen too much with just this build because I'm obviously going to reuse it in some shape or form, and I love this color combo. So I just shoved the usual sink and kitchen, and By the way, oh my god, this little kitchen island slash breakfast bar, because it's kind of both at the same time, was so awkward to do just because I'm sure you all know that for some reason bars, like that little cutaway there, like no one in anyone's kitchen in real life has that. So I'd love to know where EA lives, but we shouldn't necessarily have to make our own islands. But I kind of worked it out. It was just because it doesn't look too great, but I do put stools there to cover it as best as I can. But that's literally just the dynamic of the game. So yeah. And oh, I did notice we had that sink as well. So that was a bit of a shock when I was filming it. I did put originally a different sink in, but then I found that and I was like, oh, this one matches the kitchen up at Ewing. And I love this new plant like so much. I use it twice in this house. Oops, my bad. But yeah, centralizing it was kind of hard. And yeah, I messed up the kitchen again, which I just spent ages trying to make it work. So you'll see me fiddling a little bit by here. Really annoying. See, like the handles pop out. What is that? Like, can we not sort that out a little bit? Surely it's just a little bit of code that you need to change. I don't know. Or we could just do it ourselves. Used to that. But yeah, the curtains, a little bit weird. I didn't want to use the ones that I always use. You know, the like ones that came with dine out because there wasn't enough room either side of the windows to use them. So I just use these normal ones by here. But they're a bit like, raising them to the ceiling made them like a little bit like ankle swingers. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically when people wear jeans that are too short for them and like you can see their ankles as they walk, and hence ankle swinger. I got that from my childhood. Sorry, it's just in school we all used to wear like proper school uniforms with like proper trousers, and if they got too small everyone would like be like, oh my god, you're wearing ankle swingers, and it was literally like, oh my god, no I'm not, what are you on about? But yeah, sorry, tangent. And yeah, you can see I used a lot from this pack for this specific what's it called, like dining kitchen. I was going to say living, but this isn't the living part of the house. But yeah, using I know they come as like, I don't know what they are, you've got to be level something of something in that with those ones. I think it's something to do with a career, maybe possibly the culinary one, I do not know. And I love the new lights that came with this pack that you can put above. I think I used them I'm pretty sure I use them in the living room as well, just in a different colour. I know that technically they're kitchen lights and they're literally what I've been wanting for ages. Like, oh my god, I wish I bought this pack sooner off that alone. And that was super annoying. This dish rack isn't in the same category as the other dish rack. I don't know why or anything, but yeah. So yeah. And I can't stop using the little peppers that I put in kitchens just because they bring in more colour that I know is there. And I love the new cookbooks. Seriously, this pack, I don't know why I didn't buy it sooner, like, but I have a funny feeling I'm going to feel like that about most of my packs that I do buy. And then put in a food picture in just so that people who are in this room are well aware, even if you don't know that a kitchen means food, that it's a food room. So yeah. And then only here is like a little entrance hall kind of thing. Nothing too fancy, it's literally just a coffee table. Not a coffee table, what's it called? Like a end table? I don't know. Something you put in the hallway. I mean, everyone has one, right? And then just like mirrors, because, you know, people like to look at themselves just to make sure one last second before they leave the house, like, are you sure I look okay? Like, the amount of times I do that in my hallway is like insane. And there's a lot of use of blinds in this, as well as the 3-pane curtains that come with City Living. So if you don't like them, my bad. But yeah, so this here to the front is the what's it called? The living room. Why did I act like that was so hard? And I've done something different with the colors here. I used kind of what I used to use in The Sims 3 with a lot of my contemporary builds. And this is what I mean by contemporary, because it's slightly warmer than the kitchen. Like, the kitchen is modern because it's like white and clean and like everything's sharp. But it is quite warm, so I prefer the word contemporary for that. And I chose like a cream and a plum, like a dark plum. So yeah, and I think they complement each other really, really well. It used to be so much easier in The Sims 3 when I could pick a texture as well, because I would have loved to have done the plum wall in like a texture, maybe like a fabric or something, just to give it a different bit of appeal. Because if you didn't know that, you can get wallpapers in different textures. EA, I'm well aware you're giving us wallpapers, but they're like kids. So yeah. And I did play around, just as you probably saw, with like a 3-seater, but it really didn't work out. And it's because of the shape of the living room, and I always forget that rugs can be quite awkward as well with certain shapes of rooms, and this was one of them, but I managed to make it work, thankfully. But yeah, this isn't too of a dressed up room either. It is very, very minimal. I wanted it to be all about the view, which is why I put it on this plot and I had the living room facing this way, even though when you see the video footage, you'll realize that on the first floor, the view aspect isn't really there. this would have probably been better somewhere else, but I figured, because I wanted it to be like an old house that had been done up, hence red brick refurb, that Windenburg would be a good place for that, because it seems like the kind of area that where people would go to like buy an old house and do it up, because it's like where I live. But yeah, there's also a piano in here, and I know that you might be thinking like, don't you use that in your like traditional kind of builds? And yes, I do, but I thought it would be fun to bring in a piano in the white, because this room is contemporary. Like I said, there's a bit of a warmth in here, so it makes sense to bring in things that might be slightly not like super modern. But yeah. And then obviously a utility room, because it's become like a issue of mine where I have always got to try and find a way to include them. I mean, maybe one day I won't have a house that hasn't got a utility room, but by then probably washing machines will be a thing, and it'll be a complete error on my part. Ugh. So yeah, I also don't include any footage of this in the video tour, because for some reason camera presets in this house were being a bit horrible to me. Like, especially in this room, it was just like not working. Even when I zoomed out, it was to the point where it was zoomed out that it was completely and utterly stretched. So yeah, bit of an issue there. But other than that, nope, just a simple utility room. And then this down here is the the downstairs toilet, which is like, I want to say the downstairs like bathroom suite as opposed to toilet, because when people hear downstairs toilet, like I said, they assume it's just a toilet and a sink, whereas this one is like a fully fitted bathroom. I just figured that it might be useful to have one downstairs instead of upstairs, I don't know, and it filled out a space that was here. So yeah, and I went for like a basic white in here. It's like a super clean one. I actually really like it. I did something similar in my modern beach mansion build, but that was a much nicer bathroom because it had a lot more space. But yeah, this is just a simple little downstairs toilet for guests and Sims, and I put it through at the utility room, so it would be less like, I don't know, if you were entertaining, it would be more like, go through your utility room, hun. No one will know. And it's like, you know, whatever. And then this here is a study, because I figured I could fit it in, and it was the kind of only room I could think about doing to fit this space, you know, because 3 squares wide is 3 tiles. I need to start using the word tiles to sound a bit more professional instead of squares. Oh my god. But yeah, 3 paintings. Oh, paint. Where did that come from? 3 tiles. Yes. So the colours I chosen here were a cream, a white, and a black. But the black is just like the kitchen. It's literally just accents of it, and it only comes in a little bit. And that's why I chose those pictures with a white frame, not a black frame. But yes, also, if you don't want the house, because the house I think ends up being about 105, maybe possibly just under that. So if you got rid of this computer and a few other expensive things, you could possibly get it under 100 grand. I just thought that this computer looked best, and that's the saddest part about The Sims, is so much of like the real world really, so much of the nicest stuff is kind of ridiculously expensive, and you're like, oh no, really? But you know, it's a build video, so, oh my god, really? Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's a build video, so price isn't really it should be an issue for me, because I'm well aware people have to download these for their Sims to living, but I don't know, I get a bit carried away. Sorry. And then a very plain upstairs landing, because as you can see, it is awfully small and tight, so there wasn't too much I could do. I just wanted and I used those pictures just to bring the price down. I didn't want something too expensive. And then a little mirror at the top of the stairs, just to add something. And then I took that from my modern townhouse build. A little ascending line of lights. I was going to say stairs. Accent in the stairs, I should say. But yeah. Moving on to the master bedroom, which has its own private, balcony outside. Yeah, balcony, because it's, not on the floor, so it's not a terrace. And it's the first time, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I have used the, it's not Glamour Life, but I've said before I'm going to call it that, so leave me alone. The Glamour Life wallpaper, which I actually really love, but it's a reflective paper, so it can be quite hard to use in a lot of rooms. But I figured out a way, and this is it. It's quite a neutral master bedroom. It's literally blacks, whites, and a few, I don't know, off-whites? I don't know, mauve? No, I got that from Hannah Montana. What? Oh my god, remember that? When she was like, mauve. It's purple! It's funny. You should totally watch that video. But yeah, so it's not too much going on in here, but I wanted to include the little seating area by the dressing room, like I did in the, my contemporary dormer build, because I really liked it. I thought it was cute. Although they were watching TV on them, not watching someone dress. Oh my god, that sounds weird. You know what I mean. Yeah, and then I used the dino pictures because I figured, like, it just, I don't know, maybe messed it up a bit. Everything was really serious in that room, so... And I've kind of got an issue now with using those lights so low down, because I think it looks so much better like that. I don't know why, it just seems different. So yeah. Plus, my mum's friend, she had a bathroom done once, and she had this huge, like, shower that had, like, it was like a stage almost, because it was like a lip and it lifted up. There's no glass or anything. And at the bottom of it in the corners, I've done it before in videos, it had like 2 lights at the bottom that lit up. I don't know, I kind of did something similar in this exact build when we get to the main bathroom, so maybe I'll talk about it then and not now, yeah? But yeah, I chose a different actual colour today with the wicker furniture. Surprise, surprise. The brown and the green, which I think I have chosen before because it's probably my second favourite colour it comes in. But yeah, wicker's quite... I've only seen people either have brown or black in real life. You know, so it kind of... I get it's The Sims, so it's a bit more fun and colourful, but sometimes I only like neutral colour schemes. Sorry. Well, for the bulk anyway, I like to add colour in smaller sections. And I love this floor, by the way. I used it in my executive mansion switch up. But I haven't used it since because it is quite an industrial looking floor and I haven't found out anything to go with it. So yeah. And I also used the like square modern tiles from Spa Day for the first time because I don't know why. I just figured let's use those for a different change. And that then was me just, I wanted the taps to come with silver faucets. Faucets? I don't know. Taps. I'm going to say taps. Easier. But yeah, they didn't. So black's where we're going to go. And I know there's like a copper colour with the, what's it called? The bath and the shower. But I'm sorry. I can't get rid of that. Creator style died with The Sims 3, unfortunately. Hopefully it comes back for 5. Who knows? When computers can handle it, maybe. But yeah, bringing in a sandstone for the main bathroom because I have done it before. And there we go. There are the lights that I was talking about. So if you can imagine that that was her shower, raised up a little bit with the stage tool from The Sims 3, which is also something that I miss for bathrooms. I love doing baths on stages. Sad face. But yeah, sorry. Just moving on to the, what's it called, the vanity area, the sink area, whatever you want to really call it. Just cluttering up with a few bathroom items. You could also remove that perfume thing because I think that's quite expensive, if I'm completely honest. My plant, which I love and I put in every build, but not in a main communal room this time, so I'm kind of weaning off it a little bit. Not fully. And then the Spa Day, what's it called, toilet, because I couldn't think of anything else that would go there, and the black windows kind of saved me, if I'm completely honest, so thank you. But yeah, that's pretty much the bathroom done, I think, except I add in possibly 2 towels right by here, because you need those. And then here is the child's bedroom, well, the toddlers. I put a toddler room in here because I do it with most of my builds. I always put, actually all, I always put a child's or a toddler's and then a teenager's because I figured that most people who do play The Sims want to have children in it. So yeah, you can raise one, then when that one grows, put it in the teenager room and then have another if you want to. I don't know. Maybe extend. There's a lot of room on this plot if you wanted to extend it in another way because I've only technically put 2 little extensions on the front and the side. So if you guys download it and want to add more, then go for it. I wouldn't know how, so yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to do like a room maybe possibly before the babies arrived. So like you've got the little cot in the corner for when it's like a newborn, and then when it becomes a toddler, then you've got the little bed. So yeah, I don't know, you could even like, you know, when you have a kid and then like it turns to a toddler and then you have another, you could use this room for that. You could have 3 kids technically in this house. Ooh, see? Didn't even think of it that way. I just wanted the little corner to be a cot area because I figured it would be cute, but it actually has a purpose, unlike me. But yeah, it's not too much of a cluttered room. I wanted the necessities for a child in here because, like I said, trying to keep the cost of the house down. Yes, I think this actually might be the most plain room in the house. I know you might not think it with the colours, but when you think of the actual stuff that's in it, it might be. I do not know. But obviously I kind of went with the posters and stuff just to make it seem a little bit more fun and colourful and a bit fuller, possibly. Maybe. Who knows? And even though I was faffing around so much with all the extras I'm putting in right now, I still forgot to change the light. As I said, functioning on no sleep for 36 hours will do things to your brain and your eyes that you think, that looks great, even though it can look awful and you've literally forgot one of the most important things. Oh my god. I should have definitely turned my phone on silent. Sorry. But yeah, moving on to the teenager... Oh, already have moved on to the teenager's room. And I chose like a light yellow today, and this is the first time I've used a gnome in a bedroom. I just thought, I usually use a teddy bear, but I used that in the kids' room, so I thought, let's have another funny little object in here. And it worked. So happy. And yeah, neon above the bed, because I don't know, I really, really love the neon signs in The Sims 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we had it in The Sims 3, so I feel kind of super spoiled and happy. So yeah, just FYI, this is kind of a small room, and it's the only room with a bedroom with a TV in it. So I know that might be quite weird for some of you, because I usually do a TV in my master bedroom as opposed to the kids' rooms, but I figured it's a small one and it wasn't expensive. I don't think anyway. So yeah, and it kind of made sense in a way. I mean, most teenagers now have TVs in their room, I think. It's like a demand at Christmas. I want a TV! So yeah, and then a dartboard, which I'm well aware, which when I did playtest, by the way, not everyone used, unlike the last time I did a dartboard and everyone used it. So I don't mind the family. This time, I used the Big Steens. Again, great family for playtesting if anyone wants to know. They do not complain. They go to work. It's great. Yeah, one room that I remembered the light in. Yay! And then I put it in the kids' bedroom. Oh my god. Whew. Moving on to the downstairs terrace, which is not much, like I said, going on in the very beginning. There's no pool or anything. It's literally just furniture to look at a view that I realise is non-existent now. But when I was building it, I figured they might have an outlook over the valley or something that would be really, really pretty. The master terrace does anyway. The master balcony anyway does. So yeah, lol. And before we wrap this up, I just want to say I used a gold candle this time instead of a black. Haha. Not as boring as you thought. So unfortunately, we are coming to the end. I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who's watching this. I really hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, maybe give it a like. And possibly maybe subscribe to the channel. I have 9 subscribers now. I mean, like, whoa, that's a lot for me. But yeah, so if you want to download the house, it will be on the gallery for download. I mean, obviously, under my name, the Sim Depot. And I will probably be doing another build video before I get back to my legacy challenge, so maybe you watch that one too. So thanks for watching, you guys, and goodbye.